Think for a moment about some of the greatest athletes of all time: Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Tom Brady, Babe Ruth, Tiger Woods, Wayne Gretzky, Roger Federer, John Jones, and Muhammad Ali. These are individuals who didn't just get good by luck or chance. They became legends because they put in the work day in and day out. They pushed through the difficult days, made sacrifices, and worked harder than anyone else to become the best in the world at what they do. You can do the same with your speech. You have the potential to become the best version of yourself as a speaker, especially amongst your peer group, but only if you approach it with the same dedication and seriousness that the aforementioned athletes brought to their training. It's about commitment. It's about showing up every day, even when it's tough. It's about believing that the work you're putting in now will lead to results down the road. Just like those iconic athletes, you can reach the highest level in your speech journey if you're willing to put in the work. So here's the big question again, one last time. Do you want to be an ex-stutterer? Do you really want to be free of this? Or are you just hoping that one day it will magically get better? Because I promise you, it won't happen by itself. You have the power to change, to break free from the shackles of stuttering, but only if you're willing to fight for it. You have to scratch, bite, and claw your way to the top. The journey won't always be easy, but the results are worth it. So ask yourself, are you ready? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Are you willing to invest the time, the energy, the focus, and the drive to stop stuttering for good? Because if you are, then there's nothing that can stop you.
Danny, that was a very compelling speech. And your speech made me want to pick up a book. uh, so, speaking as a former stutter, I gotta say, it's one of the best feelings alive knowing that I conquered a demon of mine. You know, we all have different demons or whatever, but this one was plaguing me my entire life, and I tried for years to try to cure it on my own, or I'd go online, try to watch videos, or devour every book that they had on stuttering and speech pathology and such. And finally, 3, 4 years ago, I came across this program, and I read the words that Lee had written on his website. It was like a chapter from his book, and I could tell by the way that he described the experience that this guy wasn't a charlatan or a hustler of some kind, because he pinpointed like all the struggles that I was going through, like word for word. It's like he transcribed it from my brain. The bottom line is, Lee has given you guys the recipe to bake a fluency cake. Okay? He's given you the ingredients. He's given you the measurements. He's given you the temperature, the time. The only thing is, it's different for each and every one of you, because the fluency cake might come out of the oven a little sooner, a little bit later, maybe at the designated time in the book, but it's going to come out. But again, you have to be the one to take the ingredients, measure it out, stir it, heat it up, and then put in the oven. Like, that's up to you. But I promise you, I promise every single PWS in here that that fluency cake is going to be the best cake you've ever had in your life. Anyways, Danny, thank you so much. Lee, folks, I hope you enjoyed my cake analogy. Thank you.
Mi querido amigo Danny, your speech was very good. This is not the first time I have said this to you, but your contributions to the WSSA is just incredible. With regard to your presentation and in particular the answer to your question, do you want to be an ex-stutterer? The answer, in my view, is that in this life, if you want to manifest something, you need to put the hard work, right?
Great speech, very well structured. You gave great examples. It felt like a TED talk. Like it was very professional. I felt like, yeah, and interesting topic. I mean, do you want stuttering? That's the question to ask, right? At least it is for me. Consciously, you would always answer, of course, I want to start stuttering. But I have found that there may be some subconscious part of oneself, for me, that was the case, where that answer maybe is not as as strong of a yes.
Your speech was very good. It was very compelling, forceful, and you covered all the points of Coach Lee's book. And it was really very smooth. It was smooth like a river. Great speech, Danny. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
And thank you, Danny. Amazing speech as always. You said a lot of truth there, and also a very comprehensive step by step of our method, which is incredible. I just want to hone on one thing you said, which is so important, and I think that is something that is really important to have in mind. You know, that the speech journey doesn't end by becoming a PWSS. That is essential, because I think that a lot of people, what happens is that, okay, they think that the PWSS is a magic wand that says, okay, you now defeated stuttering and blocks and it's over. And that's 100% not the case. It's very important because it is a milestone in the journey. And it's an amazing achievement because it proves that you can do it. And that's really important to embed it, to see it as it is, which is an incredible achievement. But it's just step one. And it isn't even the toughest step. The toughest step, as Antonio said, is to stop being afraid. And the way of getting there is by learning to love to speak. Okay? To learn to love to speak doesn't equate stop stuttering. That happens way not well. For some it's a month after, some is a year after, it doesn't matter. But the important thing is that the final objective is learning to love to speak, to be able to change the anxiety to excitement. And for that, it's really important to keep doing the affirmations, keep doing the crutches, keep doing everything as the first month or first year, everything. So don't think that because I achieved this amazing achievement, that's it, and I am done. No, you have to keep keep with us, keep using the app, keep practicing, keep doing the affirmations, and keep at it again and again and again.
Hello, hi, Danny. I really loved your speech. I just realized how important is willingness, right? Yes, only if you're willing to do something, you will actually do it, and otherwise, there will be no motivation. And I would like to give an example. Why did God actually choose, Moses, who had a stutter, to lead a group of people out of Egypt, right? He had a stuttering problem, but God chose him anyway. So I think God's choice of Moses can be seen as a reminder that human weakness can be turned into strength when one has faith and the willingness to work on his or her problem, right? And there is no wonder and there is no amazement when a fluent speaker speaks fluently. But when a stutterer speaks fluently, the world looks at him and you kind of inspire the people around you who stutter and to follow your footprint. And that's where the greatness lies. So since we all have the stuttering problem, we just have to be so proud that we are all born to, inspire people in speaking really, really great. And I think Coach Lee has started it already, and we just have to follow suit. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for your speech, Danny. I have been thinking, especially recently, just how important it is that I put in the time and the work with the daily routine, the reading out loud, the affirmations. I found your speech to be very helpful with getting to the heart of me thinking about how much I really want to stop stuttering and overcome this bad habit. So thank you.
So once again, I really enjoyed your speech, and I thought that it was amazing as usual.
Thank you very much for your speech. It was very well done. You raised a good point, that is, when you become an ex-stutterer, it doesn't mean that you are done, because you can have a relapse. And it happened to me a few years ago. So, and when it happens, you feel very sad, depressed, and to get back on track, you have to work double, basically. So thank you.
Hi, Danny. Amazing speech. That was very motivating, as I and many others on this call want to become a PWSS. I just want to thank you for hosting so many group practice sessions, and I look forward to joining them next week.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your kind comments. And, I'm just trying to give back to the man in program that gave me everything. So thank you.
Before I comment on Danny's speech, Pratusha, what you said totally gave me goosebumps. So thank you for those great comments. And then Danny, your speech was fantastic. I think I need to re-listen to that every day. It was really, really inspiring. And also wanted to comment on your really, really good pronunciation. And in regards to the actual question, do you want to stop stuttering? I wanted to add on some comments in regards to what Noah also said, which the obvious answer you would think would be yes, but subconsciously there might be something that hinders you, because I've been to other speech programs and I know a lot of other people who stutter, and we have all the tools that you need, no matter what speech program you are following, but often we don't put in the work. And why is that? Subconsciously, I'm thinking, like Noah said, stuttering, I feel, can often almost become some part of your identity?
So actually, this is my first time raising my hand. I was inspired what Danny said. How we supposed to fight fear if we don't put ourselves in a stressful situation. And I think this is the best group for that. And I really like your speech, Danny. That's me. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
This is my first time I've ever been here, and I just want to say that speech was amazing. It was like talking to my mind or soul or something.
Listen, just give yourself a month of consistency and commitment to the 1-2-3 punch. You have nothing to lose, but a whole lot to win. Because my voice deserves to be heard. And so does yours. And remember, guys, we become what we think about all the time. Just stay hard. And thank you.
I want to say that I have a stutter. Sometimes it makes talking a little hard, but I keep going, and I don't let it stop me. I am glad to be here with all of you, and I am excited to learn and grow together. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for chiming in, and welcome to this amazing community. And, just put in the work with the 1-2-3 punch, and eventually you'll seek the same rewards and benefits that I and many others have from the neuroscience method to stopping stuttering.
Danny, that was a great speech. I think that really kind of hit a nerve. Especially it took me back to when I first was trying to get over my stuttering. And it was, over a decade ago. And I tried so many different things. I thought I can't keep on trying. I can't keep on trying. I was talking to various people, and some people told me, no, you can't do it. And it's impossible, fighting a lot of those negative, outside opinions. And then my own internal kind of state. And I just tried so many things. I was kind of at a point where I was just hopeless. And I thought to myself, okay, there's this natural automatic style of speaking that I'm starting to hear about from here and there, kind of reading between the lines. And I didn't find Lee's videos exactly first, but once I found his videos, they cleared up what I was kind of learning from. There was, I think, a speech pathologist that maybe talked to Lee maybe a long time ago, named Barbara Dom. And I was talking to her mostly, but she was more of a theory type of person versus an ex-stutter like Lee. So she didn't have the firsthand experience. But anyways, I thought to myself, man, I'm hopeless. I can't keep on trying. I was in a really dark place. This is my last shot. I was like, this is just, I'm gonna give it that one more try. And I was so uncertain. I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna make an agreement with myself. And it was a long time ago, or it was during like October, during Halloween time. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just do 30 days of practicing these automatic techniques, or in this situation, Lee's crutches, or, whatever. Even if it sucks, even if it's not seeming to work, and I'll just see what happens to really give it a chance. And I went for it, and, it blew my mind that, I started to see a little bit of progress, maybe not a lot, but a little bit. And that's just kind of a reminder to everybody, it sucks that, sometimes you're in that low state, but think about if you're running or working out, sometimes you think I can't run anymore, but you just try to run that extra 5 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, or a block down the street. and you'd get it done, even though you thought you couldn't get it done. So, you know, if you're in that kind of low space, just try to, whether it's tackling fear or getting over this stuttering, you know, I would say give it that one more go, and you know, you'll be well rewarded.
The exceptional Toastmaster, you missed your calling, my friend. You're young enough, you can still get into it. But I really love the theme that you pressed today, Danny, in that in order to beat the demon stutter, you need to be obsessed with beating it. That, you know, following the neuroscience method requires work, concentration, and commitment. This is not some simple, easy, formulaic solution. You have to put yourself into it, Danny, and you really stress this throughout your presentation. I loved you the term you used that the neuroscience method is the holy grail in one convenient space. I do like that term. That if you really want to be an ex-Stutter, the rewards are great if you put the time in. And I think Steve's remarks at the top of this discussion really underscore that. He said that, you know, the value that he got personally from putting the time in and the commitment is as rewarding as beating the demon itself.
Okay, Avi, I'll be as brief as I can.
Okay.
Gee, everyone that talked today was so helpful. You know, I can't mention them all, but Steve, Antonio, Vishwanath, Jules, Halab, Prathusha, Patricia, Musa, Sylvia, Yuri, Jarir, Rawlings, all you people have been so helpful. And I wanted to say more, but time is running short.
Well, thanks, everybody. It sounds like the link was working correctly, and I very much appreciate it. It was great seeing everyone today.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Great to see everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Okay.
Thank you, Danny. Great speech. Thank you, Javier.
Thank you, Adi. Well done.
Bye.